about Lagos today in Adeola's world. I'm at the Freedom Park, Lagos Island, and the designer, Mr. Theophilus Lawson, is going to tell us all about Freedom Park. It's nice to have you on my show, sir.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Lawson, sir, could you please tell us about Freedom Park?
Freedom Park, as it is today, gives us an opportunity to research, to go back into history, to find out what truths that we've forgotten or we've lost or that are buried within the soil here. So the group of architects got together. We all decided to take on different places. My project was this spot. I looked at this spot. I said Lagos required a park, a bit like Central Park, a bit like Hyde Park in London, a place where the city could breathe, where people could leave their offices and come and get in touch with nature and relax, unwind from the hectic life of the city. So Freedom Park evolved. First as just a park, but as we got into the project, we realized there's a lot of history in this, and we decided to tell the story of the past and essentially celebrate our past heroes through the project. So, if Adeola will permit, we can just walk around the park.
Thank you, sir.
Over there, the Twin Towers over there, the two towers you see outside the park there, was the first secretariat, the first colonial secretariat. And next to it here, they moved from there into this building, which is a 6-story building, which was the first building to have a lift in Nigeria. So that's the old new secretariat. Compare the multiple. So the old secretariat with the Twin Towers now became Ministry of Justice in the colonial era as well. So justice was dispensed there or administered there. And on the other side over there, just across there, you see the Holy Cross Cathedral, which was essentially the Catholic Church of the Catholic Cathedral on the island. You can see the Independence Building up there. So essentially, Freedom Park is right in the heart of everything, in the heart of Lagos, old colonial Lagos, and the heart of even the new Lagos, or new Nigeria, because the Independence Building is a very iconic building for Nigeria's independence. So remember I said that all the buildings had been demolished. So now we came into this park, or this site, empty, bare land. Let me take that back. It wasn't bare land, it was full of refuse. 30 years of refuse had accumulated on this site. So we had a lot of work to do to distill the refuse here. After the exercise, after we all got together and planned Lagos of the future, so it's 12 years ago, like I said, we prepared a report which went to government at the time, but nothing came out of it. 2 years ago, just about 2 years ago, the project happened to get to the ears of someone that knew the new governor, BRF, and all it was just synopsis, which he heard, and 2 weeks later I was presenting to him the drawings from 10 years prior. And after that, 2 weeks afterwards, I was meeting with the executive council, and the project was approved. So,
wow, that's a wow.
So I mean, it was a miracle. It was essentially a very auspicious situation.
Growing up in life, I made a lot of wrong choices, but God saved me with His mighty hand. Read my book, Who Am I That I Am? It is a story of my life. It is about the redeeming power of God. My book, Who Am I That I Am, is sold worldwide on Amazon. Thank you.
represents the site of one of his old prison cells. This is block A originally, and you can see from the size of the cell that the size of the cell was 4 feet by 8 feet, and this is about the size of a sheet of plywood. In this cell was a bed that was 6 feet by 1 foot 6, and a bucket. The bucket was for your waste, and this was dispelled every morning yourself. You can see there's 52 cells on the ground floor. There's another set of cells upstairs. Sorry, I take that back. There's 60 cells on the ground floor, another 60 cells upstairs. So this would have taken 120 rooms. So this is block A. What our project was to try to tell the story of what happened here. So we, in one form or the other, represented the cells as they were 100 years ago, as they were built. The space you see in this area here, this area that you turned to a garden, used to be the parade ground. This is where the prisoners were brought out for their drills and to be counted. At the end of the axis there, you can see we've celebrated our past heroes, Adeola, Zik and Sadana. You can see how we represented that. We've shown the cells, we've made an impression of the cells on the lawn. So what we tried to do was not to rebuild everything literally, but just essentially show you where things were at the time. So cell block B represented as a pergola thing, which is now the museum. So going through the museum, you now pass through the cell block C, the remnant or the construction of cell block C, which essentially is, like I said, exhuming the skeletons of the past. I'm talking about skeletons. If you follow me this way. Okay, just down there is where the condemned prisoners and gallows used to be. So prisoners were hung on the site there, and we thought, what could we tie in with that notion? We decided to put the stage on it. People coming onto the gallows, like going onto stage, step on stage. And most musicians today have to get over their initial stage fright, and they really don't know whether the audience likes them or not. So it's symbolic. So we put a stage there, and essentially it's a very spiritual experience. So artists that perform on stage remember the people who died on that spot, essentially. So it's serious.
And I must say that you are a top designer. Wow. I mean, everything is wow. No, you're so creative. So creative. So creative.
This is not about, this is the history made this project. It's about telling a story.
Yes, sir.
It's reacting to what was here. The sites that told the story. And basically, let's not forget Awolowo's curse, the part to do with the project coming to being. So now the last building I've not shown you, which is right behind there, is the art gallery. The art gallery sits on, again, location of another cell block. But this art gallery will essentially very different from everything else in terms of style. It's a more modern building. It was not part of the original Freedom Park project, but came in at the time when Professor Wole Soyinka decided to donate some artwork to Lagos. And so this building is put up to one house art collection as well as other modern art collections.
Professor Wole Soyinka.
The same Professor Wole Soyinka.
Wow.
The one with the big white head.
up in life, I made a lot of wrong choices, but God saved me with His mighty hand. Read my book, Who Am I That I Am? It is a story of my life. It is about the redeeming power of God. My book, Who Am I That I Am, is sold worldwide on Amazon. Thank you.
This is the back end of the park, the softer side, where we have water features. We have the fountain, we have a waterfall, and we have a pond. I wouldn't say we breed commercially. We don't breed commercial. We breed fish, but not commercially. What we're hoping to do is to essentially have resident inmates. So the fish represent the inmates, and they will gain their freedom end of the year when we have the festival, fishing festival, where people will be invited in to come and free the fish. So you can see this is a natural pond. So it's the fish actually lay their eggs at this end. So this is a stiller part of the water. Further up is where the adults live, and they love the popcorn that people feed them with. This building, which you just walked past, is the food court building. We're behind it right now, but this is the food court building. It sits on the location of the original kitchen, the prison kitchen. So it's synonymous with what happened there before. The two buildings over there, two little bungalows, represent where the warders, sits on the site where the warders houses were. So you had the chief warder's house, and you had the assistant chief warder, and then they had their own compound on the other side. And so what we've done is we converted that to offices. Now, this is very important. You must see this. This is the best kept secret here. All along the back here, they built latrines, yeah. And during the course of the project, we discovered this. So this is our own little secret. So we show this, we reveal this from time to time. But you can see, that was the latrine. The door was here, so you come in here, squat. That's one toilet, and then there's another one here. There's one here, and there's a third one here. So essentially, there are three latrines right behind each other. Yeah, which is celebrated here, but it's under the tree, so it gets covered from time to time. But what did we do? We built our own latrine along the same axis. So we built our own modern toilets to reflect this along the same line as this. Over the years, over the year or so that Freedom Park has been open, it has become very attractive to the young and the old. We've had several events here that's attracted the older generation, older art lovers, and then also it's attracted the young who come here and use it for to dance, act, perform, rehearse, and also couples that come here to reminisce the old love garden that has been lost to them. So over here we have our amphitheater. I can see that it is quite popular with the young people. I think this might be my funniest.
Girls come around me, hearts will be broken. As I see this guy, he came out with his girl, they were touching, hugging and kissing, and the fucking was
World. Okay, and we're in Freedom Park. This is the amphitheater, and this is so beautiful. So, what are you rehearsing for?
We are just rehearsing for normal stuff, and then in case any event can show up our talent.
Wow.
So that's it.
Wow. So you're acrobatics and all of that.
Youth steps and everything.
Beautiful. And you're all in your youth. So Freedom Park is encouraging the youth.
Yeah. Great. That's great.
So what do you think about Freedom Park? What do you think about Freedom Park? How do you think about Freedom Park?
So many things. Because Freedom Park makes some young talent to show their talent, and they showcase their talent every Sunday. Maybe they bring a CD and perform on the stage. So it showcases so many young talent. So I love it. Yeah.
Thank you very much. What's your name?
My name is Quadri, but my stage name is Oshakiu.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're into entertainment.
Yeah.
For occasions, functions, parties,
Videos and all that.
Thank you. It's nice meeting you. And well done. Well done.
Growing up in life, I made a lot of wrong choices, but God saved me with His mighty hand. Read my book, Who Am I That I Am? It is a story of my life. It is about the redeeming power of God. My book, Who Am I That I Am, is sold worldwide on Amazon. Thank you.
And this was the entrance for the prisoners. But now they're free. It's Freedom Park. This were the cell windows. Come along with me. The cell windows. Praise from this window. This statue represents freedom for the prisoners. They're free. And now I'm with Mrs. Bukola Alokopote. She's in charge of the museum, Freedom Park, Lagos Island. Okay, thank you. So please tell us all about your lovely museum.
Okay, the museum is a work in progress, but we are in the upper gallery right now, where we're creating a semi-permanent museum exhibition for the Freedom Park. Story of the old Broad Street prison. This actually used to be an old prison, and where we stand right now is where the prison's record office was. So we're using it as a space as well to showcase some of the important aspects of the history of this space and what this space has become in time. So this section, in this section we're showing what the old Broad Street prison looked like. These were actually pictures taken just before the prison was pulled down in the 70s. So ball and chain that were used for the prisoners, old aspects of the materials from the gallows where prisoners were executed, and gates from the same prison. Basically prison cells. There were also celebrities that were here, and we will, when this exhibition is complete, we would have little. So Herbert Macaulay was a prisoner here. Adeola was a prisoner here. Esther Johnson was our most celebrated prisoner here. Yes, Esther Johnson. Esther Johnson, yes. Wow. She was a woman who was convicted for murdering a dead boyfriend, who was also a British colonial officer. So we were never really sure if a conviction was based on murder or the fact that she killed the white man. But she was in the prison for a while before she was pardoned. She was on death row and was eventually pardoned in the 60s. How we came to this space, what we found, and where we began the construction. So when we got here, a lot of debris, and there used to be squatters here, mechanics. Over a 30-year period, it was a mess, literally. And it was cleared up, and on clearing it out, the architect, Mr. Lawson, I think you've met him.
Oh, yes.
He made his walkers mark the new Freedom Park out on the ground. And I think that's worthy of showing so that people would know that we literally started from scratch once we cleared out the mess that was here. And this is just to show how the journey to where we are now started. And this is a current donation to the museum. Some people believe we should have this. We will discover why in due course.
Wow.
We've used pictures to show what we want to have, but when it's completed, we would have multimedia showings of what the Freedom Park is. It is a space where we celebrate life, and stills in terms of pictures do not actually capture that.
We had summer kids camp, Freedom Park.
Yes, we did.
These are beautiful shots. Then there's water fights, World War Water Day.
Yes.
Then participants performing the water dance on World Water Day, Freedom Park. Lovely. Oh, and that's the Elder Jimmy Sholanke, Professor Wale Shoyinka joined the Black Heritage Festival at the Lagos. Okay, and then that's Bodo and the Black Beats on World Music Day at the Freedom Park. Wow. Okay, so what's this?
This is Freedom Park on the inauguration day. The night before the governor came in.
Wow.
This was the first day it opened to the public, and the governor inaugurated, commissioned the Freedom Park.
Wow.
So this was just before the governor came in 2010.
Wow. And then you can see that car there, people all around.
Yes, it's the same day. So even the statue outside of the park was still covered.
Okay.
So the governor unveiled it later. That was just the same day. Our neighbors in the neighborhood wondered what we had going on. All of this, like I said, will need to be captured in motion pictures so that people can experience what we experienced when we went through this as well, as opposed to just stills.
Thank you for taking me around your lovely museum. The interior is so nice.
Thank you.
And we also have to thank Mr. Lawson for the interior. You know, he's a master designer.
Yes,
he designed everything.
We are very proud of him as well.
I'm proud of him. Is Chief Security Officer, Freedom Park, and his uniform is reminiscent of the prison warden of that time.
Èkó ṣàrà wà, arómọsá lẹ́gbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀.
Lọ́ní skọlọ́bọ̀, lọ́ní wẹ́wẹ́, lọ́ní skọlọ́bọ̀, lọ́ní wẹ́wẹ́. Máa ṣe fàájì. Fàájì ara mi, mi ò lè wá kú, mi ò lè wá kú, mi ò lè lára mi. Mo ti gbìyànjú, mo ti gbìyànjú, mo ti ṣe wọ̀n mo lè ṣe. Àlùbáríkà, àlùbáríkà, àlùbáríkà ní kókó. Ẹ má mílíkì, ẹ má mílíkì, ẹ má mílíkì sólóbó.
Are you suicidal? Do you think you have gone so far in sin that God cannot rescue you? That's a lie from the pit of hell. At the age of 42, I discovered my identity in God, and everything changed. At the age of 50, I choreographed the song Leaping Up by Nathaniel Bassey, Pastor Kule Ajayi, and BJ Sachs. Let's enjoy.